Got her on that long leash, training leash. A spot where I bring her off the tracks. Got a ditch in the field. So basically what we're doing is Roxy is getting past her destructive phase. So she's 2 and she's the American Pit. So these dogs have high drive. It's easy for them to get distracted. But once you develop a relationship and learn how to turn them off and on, man, they're the most loyal dogs ever. And you can see I'm not even holding her leash. She can easily take out running and I wouldn't be able to catch her, right? But the whole trick to this is just building relationship. Now we walking this way. I want to create an environment where she can be successful in this experiment. It's all about recalling. So I can't catch her if she run right now. That's the leash. The purpose of the long leash, of course, is if you're doing this, you want to be able to grab it. So she's walking that way, I'm walking this way. I'm gonna see how long it takes for her to realize I'm not with her and see if she turn back around. It's all about relationship. Where you going? Come. What's up, D Johnson? Come on, girl, hurry up. We go the other way. So it's all, I'm gonna go ahead and turn my back and she's gonna follow me. And that's a pit bull right now. You know, it's a pit bull, man. American Pit. She's 75 pounds, 2 years old. She's big for a pit, especially for a female. But she's a big puppy. But one of the problems I had with getting Roxy is because of the breed. Very energetic, man, and it's no fault of her own. I got her at a time in my life, got her as a puppy to where I was starting like a new business and had a lot of endeavors. And so I quickly realized I had to start shutting things down to properly spend time with the dog. And people think when you're training dogs, they think that you got to be an expert. But every dog is different. Every dog have a different personality. You just have to basically learn your dog, learn their personality. And the only way you can do that is by spending time with them. And they have to learn you, right? They got to read your facial expressions, you know. Roxy is very, very playful. And because she's a big dog, people get scared. So she runs, she jump on us. But if she runs, she jump on somebody else, it could be a wrap. You know, they can get scared and stuff or whatever. They can injure themselves or start at her and injure her. So she's at the phase to where we're getting it out of her destruction phase. And what I mean by destruction phase, whenever you have like young dogs, especially pit bulls, they like to chew their bedding and everything else when they're young. So you have to wait till they're mature before you give them bedding. And not just pit bulls, just about any dog when they go through that destructive phase when they want to chew everything. Like even my hand, she don't realize my hand is connected because this is the hand that disciplined her and the hand that feed her. Right, so whenever she want me to pet her, Roxy come. She want me to pet her, she usually come and she'll try to grab my hand with her mouth to try to make me pet her. And that's kind of like unique because, like I said, every dog is different. That's just her way of saying, hey, I know this feed me, I know this discipline me, right? And I know this pet me. So she always comes to this hand. That's the phrase, never bite the hand that feeds you. So like I said, I have on this long training leash. This spot is separated by a ditch in the field. So I'm not really worried about her like getting after anybody or, you know, of course she could run off at any time. But this is more for other people protection because she's a big dog and they get afraid of her and they really don't know that she's just a big puppy. But this is a great exercise. I call this a recall exercise. Now, you don't want to do this when your dog is fresh out the house, like if you, like Roxy, we keep in the crate in the house, especially at night, because again, we're getting out of that destructive phase. So when you first take out the crate, she's wide open. This is not a great exercise to do when the dog is all worked up. You want to walk the dog around your yard a few times, you know, work a little energy out. Roxy, come, you're too far. Come on, girl. You see, sometimes when your dog's not listening, I don't know if you guys paid attention to it. And the reason why I called is because she's getting close to the road up there, and I just don't want her to walk up on anybody. Again, this is for her protection to ensure that, you know, we can maximize the mess out of this technique blocked by a field right here. Now, she can run in this field, but she know better if I tell her no. But every now and then she try to go up in there. The ditch, she really don't mess with that. Of course, if that's like an animal or a dog or right through over that ditch, right? So I still got to pay attention. But I want to create environments to where she could be successful. And having a big, powerful dog like this, man, a recall. What I mean by recall is calling your dog back for whatever they're doing and getting their attention. If you notice, when I called her, she didn't come at first. Why? Because every dog have a different personality, and just like kids, they don't want to listen all the time. That's why you got to keep reinforcing it. But if you notice, what I did is I dropped down a level, and when I dropped down that level, she came, right? So it's little tricks like that to really get your dog attention, because they have tunnel vision, one-track mind, but simple stuff. Roxy, come, heel. And you want to let her make up her own mind. Roxy, heel. 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 Dog barking, she distracted. Pay attention, heel. Hey, girl, heel. Good girl, heel, sit. Good girl. You tired? Can you go down? She hate going down when see how she's breathing heavy. She hate getting down when she do that, but I still make it do it just to reinforce my authority. And of course, she do love saving, love rolling on the ground. She like to play rough. Roxy, look, you just got to bathe, bath. Look at that, all of that. Why? Why, girl? Tell the people here, Roxy. Roxy, tell the people here. Ready to go? Ready to go home? Roxy, sit. Something got to have her attention. Come. Where you going? Oh, you see people over there. You bad. Hey, get out there. Roxy, get out there. What I say? Get out there. Come here. You know better. Come here, girl. Good girl. Sit. Down. Down. Stay. So it's just building relationship, man. So if you got a pet at home, a dog at home, you just minor things like this, spending time with them, you know, the dog training manual or dog training Bible, we say, in the description of this video, really teach you how to just spend that time. Come on, let's go. I'm gonna grab the leash now because we're close to the road. And I'm gonna let her have a long leash. Now, sometimes when people see her on a long leash, she know the difference between, you know, when she having her free time, like non's her free time. Roxy, come. Sit. Sit. Roxy, sit. Pay attention. Sit. Sit. You always want your dog to make up their mind. You know, every now and then you force your dog to do something. It just depends on the environment. But like I said, right now, it's all kind of smells, sounds. It got cars. It got dogs barking. She got open field. She got a long leash. It's a whole bunch of distractions. So building trust between her and I is knowing that she's going to listen to me whenever. So eventually, the goal is not to have a training leash if she ever gets to that point. Some dogs don't. When she could just be stuck on my side, or we've been to earn each other trust. Roxy, come. Hey, girl, come. What you doing? Forgot what I was about to make you do. See how excited she get? Easily. So she's still, she's still a little active. Trying to get some of that out of her. Come on, let's go. But like I was saying, being repetitive, man, this is a great exercise. So like I said, I like this little cut right here because it gives me an opportunity to drop the leash, right? And help recall her no matter what she's doing, have the ability to recall her. So I know what I was saying. So the leash right now, somebody see me watching, they're like, oh man, the dog pulling, but you see, she's not pulling me. Like another pit bull, they'll try to take your arm off, especially like, must be in a bad area because my live going in and out. But everything else is basically like leash technique. Pulling me right now. She just know that she's on break. I can easily recall her. Roxy, come. Hey, shh, come. Come, leave it. Leave it. Hey, shh, come. See all of the excitement. Come. Shh. Roxy. Hey, girl, come. Good girl. Now I want to praise her, let her know that she's doing good. Good girl. Good girl, Roxy. Good come. Yes, you can to daddy. Yes, you can to daddy, Roxy. Yes. She's trying to go somewhere else. So it's good to set up environments to where they can be successful, but still challenging. Because a whole bunch of distractions. You got butterflies. You got sometimes rabbits run out here, cars and stuff passing. We get close to the road. But it's still enough room where I can drop the leash and just work on the recall and just, continue to build our relationship. But like I said, she's close to the road now, so I got to get this leash in case somebody come on the bike or something. And the leash is more for her protection than their protection. She'll get excited and jump on them, and people automatically going to defend themselves. And you can't get mad if a 75 get hit by cars. It's my job to train her about cars. It's my job to teach her when she needs to be by me. I take off vacation and lock her up. And so one of the things I do is, like I said, this is the training leash on her now. But one of the things I do is walking in this with her. I try not to say too many things verbal, but every now and then, every now and then I tell her, pulling or something like that just to run, my commandments. But I'm gonna let her pull a little bit. I'm just gonna communicate with her through the leash. So you see right here, I simply little tug, let her know. And sometimes I tug her, no pulling, and that'll be the end of it. I mean, some dogs, when they're young, you're never gonna get the pulling out of them because they're just young. They just haven't experienced things. Everything new to them. And as they get older, it just becomes second nature to them. But you want to put your dogs in a situation to where they're challenged, but you also want to make them be successful. This is not our first rodeo. Roxy do this almost daily, and she still have work to do as far as like, because there's a lot of distractions for her. But it's all about relationships. So another thing, whenever you have a young dog, is nervousness, loud noise. Puppies are easily startled. So this is another great exercise of walking your dog. Listen, be safe about it, but walking your dog around high traffic areas, just getting them used to like the sounds and smells of people, right? It's also a great exercise whenever you're walking your dog, especially if you have food or something on the ground. Great opportunity to train your dog about eating off the ground, man. I know some people don't think that that's a big deal. That's not a big deal or not. But if your dog eat off the ground, and especially if you have a dog like this and you ever try to train the dog for protection and you don't break the eating off the ground habit, man, anybody can give your dog anything, right? Because they're accustomed to eating off the ground. So you want to get your dog used to eating from your hand and not from other people, right? So for example, I'm walking. No one should be able to jump out of their car and say, hey, how you doing, man? Take this leash and give her a command and she listen. They shouldn't do it. At this stage and at this age with her, and because she's not a guard dog, right? We haven't been training her for a guard dog. She's a pet. I protect everything in my house, including my dog. I don't care how big and how strong you is, I'm the protector, right? And once your dog know that you're the protector, then they're rely and depend on you and they don't make their own decisions. But like I was saying, at this stage and stuff like this, like, you never going to get the dog 100% right because they have their own personalities. And you got to know what drives them. If I had a toy in my hand, if I had food in my hand, no matter what Roxy doing, she's driven by food, she's driven by toys. And that's good, man. You know, when you have a dog that's driven, what that does is it teaches the dog tricks. Now, tricks are one thing and behavior is another. I just want y'all to keep that in mind, man. Tricks are one thing and behavior is another. Now, you notice how I have the leash all wrapped up, right? And she have little to no slack. And you notice she have a little bitty collar on. And this is the little bitty leash for a dog that's 75 pounds, right? So if she wanted to get away from me, she could. Dogs have 4 legs, humans have 2. If you plan on, teaching your dog how to walk on the leash, know that dog walk faster than humans. Be very, very patient with your dog so your dog can catch your cadence, right? So your dog got to know the pace that you walking at. Your dog got to know the different paces you walk at. And your dog have to know when you run, right? So ever since Roxy was a pup, we used to always take her walking and running with us. So she's very familiar with this area. That's good and bad. She's too familiar with the area because sometimes she thinks she know it all. Which brings me back to the point I just made. You never want your dog to make decisions for themselves. You always want your dog, when they get into a bind, when they hear a sound they don't know, if they get approached by another dog or get put in a situation, the first thing you want your dog to do, besides protect themselves, like you never want to teach a dog not to protect themselves. Like I see sometimes I seen a video one time when the lady jumped in front her dog, which she was supposed to do, but she scolded her dog and her dog didn't do anything. So if another dog trying to attack her dog, she jumped in front of it, which she was supposed to do, protect her dog, but she scolded her dog for getting ready to protect himself. So one of the things with Roxy is, I want her to know that I'm her protector, I'm her defender, and no matter what, if she need guidance, to look to me. But at a pup, usually a loud noise or something like that, unless you're training them to defend your house, and then that's a whole nother training about noise when they're puppies and stuff, like filling up a small tub with bottles and throwing them in there so they can get used to noise. But unless you're doing something like that and you just want to pet, man, your dog should depend on you. Like, she hear a lot of noise, the first thing she should do is to look to get herself out of harm's way, and the second thing she should do is to look and see where I'm at. See if I don't know if I can mimic a loud noise, cuz she hear the noise, she turn around, first thing she do, turn back, circle around me. So she hear that noise, she like, look, I heard something, what's going on? Circle back around me, making sure it's okay to continue to go. Now, I'm gonna show you something else. Again, I'm holding this leash, I'm gonna let this leash out. And I'm just gonna put that little pressure on her. Now, she can pull, like I said, she can pull this back from that road off. She can pull this out my hand if she wanted to. Now, I want to see how long you're going to take her, right? Want her to make her own decision. She's tired. She know we're not that far from the house, probably less than a mile from the house. So, I want to see how long it take her before she come back over here by me, right? So, 2 things, man, with your dog is you want your dog to be able to have fun by themselves, especially if you work. You want your dog to be able to occupy themselves, but you never want your dog to think, again, being repetitive, to think that they can make decisions on their own. Get away from the road. Hey, from the road. From that road. Make decisions by themselves. See, right now that's what she's doing. She's trying to decide. She's tired. She's ready to go home. She knows she has water right there at the house, right? She know this area. She knows she's less than a mile from home. Okay. What I'm doing is I'm intentionally aggravating her, making her anxious because I can see how she behaves when she get impatient. Of course, I already know, but just putting your dog in different situations and also letting her know that she can't always have her way. She can't always go when she want to go. And look at the leash, right? So working that nervous energy out of the dog, learning the dog, right? Loving the dog, but also being strict with the dog. And how we started off, recalling the dog no matter what they're doing. She's tired. Right now, it's probably be one of the hardest times to recall her because she just wanted to chill. She just settled. She just turned her own brain off, right? Roxy, come. So imagine you sitting down, right, watching a football game, and somebody call you for no reason. You probably won't get back up, right? So that's just little lessons for you to learn about your dog is, do I have a good relationship with my dog? Will my dog come no matter what? Okay? How you find that out? Put dogs in situations. And not just one time, over and over again. And a lot of times when I do videos, I never went live on YouTube before, but I do like a lot of this on Facebook, my personal Facebook. Just because I see so many people, and I was one of those people at first, that really didn't understand dogs, okay? But I see so many people that don't understand their dog. Now, that's a couple ways from her to get home. That's why she just look at me. Well, I said this way, that way, other way home. See, it's a couple of ways for her to get home. That's why she look at me for direction. But like I was saying, I see a couple of people that really don't understand the relationship that they should have with their dogs and really don't understand their dogs. And I'm like anybody else. We don't have thousands of hours to be by our dog every last minute of the day. But spend as much time you could with your dog and be repetitive. And Roxy listens. She's a good dog, man. But she's still a youngster, bro. She's still a youngster. And right now she's at that challenging state to where she's trying to find her position in the family, like between her and my youngest son, between her and my wife, between her and my daughter, between her and myself. Like, she's figuring out the dichotomy. She just about got it, about where everybody is on the totem pole. And just reinforcing to her that we love her, but like, you're not above the humans. Because dogs are inherited pack animals. So they always, want to be part of a family. And within a pack, there's different pecking orders. And if you don't watch it, you can think, oh, my dog is overprotective. No, your dog is treating you like piece of their territory, like a toy, their favorite toy or whatever. You think that your dog is just protective, but the relationship that you have with your dog is one of your dog and saying, hey, this is my house, I run this, I own this. And you think it's cute when people come and trying to pet you. I mean, when people come and try to pet your dog, or people come and trying to shake your hand and your dog attack them, and you like, oh, she's over or he's overprotected. Roxy, come, you tangle up. Come on, come. Let me fix your leash. Come, let me fix your leash. Oh, it's fixed. Come on, let's go. You think that, oh, that's cute. No, man, that dog, that dog think that he or she owns you. So it's just learning the dog, spending time with the dog, man. Like, this dog right here, I guarantee you will run through a brick wall for me. Like, no matter how long I stay gone from the house, if I leave for vacation or something like that, or if I go on a work trip or something like that, this dog will lose her mind when I get back, man. That's the great thing. Once you form the right relationships with your pet, you have it for life. Or I say, car coming. The hardest thing about dogs is teaching them about cars, man. Because think about it, cars fascinate dogs. One or two things. Either they're going to be scared of the noise or they're going to try to go after the tires. So teaching her the relationship between her and the car. They don't know that a car can hit them and kill them. They never felt the car hit them before, right? Dogs only know what they taught. And obviously, you're not going to teach your dog not to get hit by a car by hitting your dog with a car, right? So how they going to learn their lesson? Got to keep reinforcing it. Let them know that, hey, car coming, get out the way. Car coming, get out the way. And because she's a puppy, that's, I just got to be committed on that end. So yeah, man, we're less than 8 minutes from home now, probably. Just wanted to come live because I realized I never did it. I teach you guys a lot of things. I offer a lot of video courses and stuff. And if I do a video course, out the road, Rossi, out the road, car coming. Out the road. Out the road. Good girl. Good girl. I realized I show you guys everything else in my video course. Now you see, little baby right there, family right there, her right there. Any other dog would have run after the little baby, not so much to be violent or anything like that, but because they inherently nosy and they have a huge prey drive. And so when they see small, fast things moving, not that they're trying to attack children, it's just that they have a prey drive. They bred to hunt. So being able to walk your dog more, communicate with your dog, keep their attention, will prevent them from running off and try to play with a kid, or something like that. And when she hear other dogs barking and stuff, that's a challenge because you want her to protect herself, but you also want her to listen. And when you're spending time with your dog, preferably on your walks, look at your dog body language, man. Like I look at her tail, if it's wagging, like, Roxy, come. If you look at her tail right now, and look at her mouth, I can tell she's tired, right? I can tell by her body language, tell by the way her tail is like curved, letting me know that, hey, look, I don't want no beef. That body language is I don't want no beef. I'm minding my business. I'm tired. I'm trying to get where I want to go. Got a dog barking. Now, I can turn her on to have her pay attention. Roxy, shh, pay attention. Look at the tail. Roxy, pay attention. See, turn your dog off and on. So I want her to be aware. If she hear another dog or something like that, I want her to pay attention. But you don't want your dog to be on. When I say on, like ready at all times, because that causes anxiety in your dog. Think about it, man. You want to be worried every time that somebody's going to attack you. No, man. You don't want to create that environment for your dog. You want your dog environment to be one of loving, caring, peaceful, a traditional environment for those that, really care for family members. You want to mimic that with your dog. So give them more good times than bad times, but you still want them to defend themselves. Out the road, car. Yeah, man. She's a good dog. I keep getting sidetracked. But like I was saying, I realized I showed you guys, tons of other videos from my courses, but you guys never really seen how I actually handle my own dog. So like I said, I do a lot of this stuff on my personal Facebook with Roxy, our morning sessions and stuff, our workouts and stuff. I think this is my first time ever doing it on YouTube. I think Roxy only probably been on YouTube probably a couple of times on like some shorts. And maybe when she was younger, I probably brought on a couple of shows or something like that. I know one time she was a puppy. She was in one of Bono shows with me for a minute. Dogs are smarter than people give them credit for. And people just think that their dog, like something wrong with the dog, like the dog is broke. But your dog is not broke, man. He or she just don't understand your language. So it's simple things you can do. Like a dog can learn something literally within 15 minutes. People don't believe me. No matter what your dog look, I didn't even tell her. She heard the car and she got out the road. So she won't get back in the road after the car passes. Now, the reason why I'm thinking she's getting back in the road is because we had a cold front, so the ground might be cooler in the grass. That's why she want to walk on the road. But sometimes, see, she didn't get out the road that time. She looked at startled. She realized it was too late. We got a car coming on head on. So she's gonna respond. But sometimes when it's hot, she's not walking on here. She's walking in the grass, you know, because I pause. You know, it can get really hot out here in Louisiana. But I'm noticing she's walking on the blacktop, probably because the grass probably a little chilly. But she knows she's almost home. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna probably drop the leash if it don't have any cars, you know. So see the mailman coming. So I'm gonna keep her on this side away from the mailman. Again, just for her protection, not their protection. She's not gonna do them anything, but you just don't want her to startle them and they think they have to defend themselves. I love my dog, but put yourself in somebody else's position. 75-pound dog, come, put the leash on the ground. 75-pound dog come and jump on you. You kicking, screaming, shooting, and macing too. And yeah, I'd be mad if my dog get shot or kicked or stabbed. But whose fault is it if I never trained her? So I say, backyard. Yeah, doing a live with her. Hey, come on, leave me time alone. Backyard, come. Good girl. Had a cold spell this morning, huh? Yeah. Good girl. See, backyard. Now she's gonna go in the house. Probably go in the house. About to ball some turkey next out here in a little bit after I come back from the gym. I know wrong. There you have it, people. Leave it. So look in the description of the video, man. Spend time with your dog.